Pod leader.
My goodness me.
Oh, we'll get there.
Pod leader.
Private panel. I'm on sex watch.
Hey, do you want to wear that top?
It's good. It's round. Where are the bobbleheads?
Mr. J.
Ira Tulip.
Hello from the three baddest bitches around. It's Todd Leadham. That's Top Model Podcast spelled backwards. My name is Hannah Jane Ginsburg, and I think Brent fell to the floor, so.
I'm Jada B. Crump, and your imperfections are often what makes you so beautiful.
And I'm Alexander Price, and one of the items we're really excited about is this hooded sweatshirt from South Pole.
I knew it. I knew that you were going to pick that Carissa quote.
Just one more chance to put a little shade on Carissa. We are here today at the end of a cycle. Episode 12, the girl, as always, who becomes America's next top model.
I like that they keep that title the same cycle by cycle. I think that's a cute tradition.
Yeah. Especially because at the beginning of the cycle, it's always, we need to be reminded that only one of them can be that. So
they should have had one cycle where 2 won, and then it's like one or more of you will become America's next top model.
Spoiler, the girls who become America's next top model.
Girls. Okay, when they're doing their recap that we certainly don't need, but maybe a viewer needs, of the 3 women and who they are and what their one plot line is, and I double-checked this. They said Jasleen proved to be a force to reckon with.
Proved a force to reckon with.
I've always said a force to be reckoned with.
And you were correct.
Okay.
No, you were correct.
Okay.
Tyra, one take.
That's just like such a common phrase.
This episode touched my life a lot because Renee and I have been grappling with the same question. Will I be able to retain my maternal glow while staying sexy and young?
She ain't pregnant, Tyra.
That was so odd. And also, it's just because they couldn't say what they wanted to say, which is, can Renee win despite the fact that we hate her?
Did we give it away?
Turns out, no matter how well she does, the answer's no.
This picture, so we finally get the 3 of them together. This picture of, their like fade out picture is insanity because number 1, Jasleen is on a separate plane from the other 2. So it looks like she's like popping in. Whoop, whoop. Also, I wrote it's 2 mummies, and a sexy blacksmith who lost an arm because her one arm is like back. It's just like, I never noticed what was going on in this picture.
Like I haven't read that romance novel.
2 mummies and a blacksmith.
With one arm.
He knows how to use that one arm for 2 people.
That's right.
Ooh.
One arm, double pleasure.
Can we talk about, I've never noticed in this version of the opening credits, when they get to Created by Tyra Banks has this glittery filter over it.
Yes.
That is really sparkly. And I just never noticed it until now because they hold on that final picture sort of video of her for such a long time. And it felt longer this time.
Sparkle.
I wouldn't put it past them. And by them, I mean Tyra.
But hey, y'all, you know what day it is, right?
Cover Girl Cosmetics.
Also, they sure didn't because
No.
it's like, you know what day it is, right? Blank stares. Cover Girl Day.
So was the Cover Girl wink a thing, or was it a thing of the show?
Renee claims it's been since her birth.
Yeah, that was very confusing.
Do you know what the best part of that was, though? She did 2 different winks, and they gave it 2 different dings. A high ding and a low ding.
I mean, here's the thing, Hannah, in a previous episode, you said Renee knows how to wink. Why? Practice. That's how you get to Carnegie Hall.
Competition.
Practice.
Sisterly competition.
It's almost as if Renee has also wanted this for a long time, Jasleen.
No.
Maybe you're not the only one who was birthed to model.
The girls are informed that they are going to have to do something they haven't had to do, which is ad-lib my life as a cover girl.
Something that Natasha is clearly set up to fail at.
Yes.
I would argue most of them are. I do like the fact that these My Life as a Cover Girl things were actually starting to be shown by the winners. And when they later say that this one we film will be your true first one that we see, I was like, at least they're like, oh, wow, this is actually going to be on television for sure. There's something like that's good added pressure. That's like real added pressure. You know what I mean? Not just the faux idea of added pressure.
And for the first time, I felt sorry for these girls because it seems like they have not been getting daily doses of Dion.
Oh,
They don't know who he is.
They each get their own different setup. Renee is going to be on a boat in the harbor because, sure.
Classic Renee moment.
Jasleen is stepping out of a car onto the red carpet, which doesn't actually happen.
No, it doesn't.
She's just in a cab.
Natasha is backstage at a photo studio. Is there a backstage of a photo studio?
I have so many thoughts about these setups.
In the final thing, it just looks like she's in a lounge section, like she's getting bottle service somewhere.
Yes, or
that's
like
what
a
it looks
fancy
like.
bathroom.
Yeah. Oh, it is very fancy bathroom. Maybe Natasha's the person giving out the mints. My Life as a Cover Girl. Thank you. $1. Thank you so much.
To join Jim, who is looking really good.
I don't often feel fully psychically connected to both of you, like fully, but today when Jay said basically you're going to be on your own with Jim today, I was like, I can feel this. We're all having the same feeling right now.
Patrick Wilson, realness. He's on my list.
Promise, Jay. You promise we'll have one-on-one time with Jim
all day.
Okay, I'm pitching it right now. The Bachelor with Jim DeYonker.
Yes.
Oh my God.
It's the three of us, and he has to choose.
It's just us.
And I'm like, I'll murder either of them. Just tell me.
But I thought, speaking of being connected as one, the group hive mind, as soon as Mr. J introduced Carrie D and said, "Isn't she gorgeous?" I was like, yay.
She comes out in the most Etsy looking Chewbacca dress.
It is a full fringe dress that is the same color as her skin tone.
Yes.
Have y'all heard of the Fringe Festival? Because, honey, yeah. Her makeup and hair look nice, though.
They do.
And Carrie D sounds like a real person, unlike most of the winners when they talk to these women. Because she's like, I'm glad I'm not you right now. Woo!
I was really struck by something she said when she talks about talking to the current contestants, where she says, it's good to hear the advice of someone who's been there as opposed to someone who just wants you to do well. I was like, that's very real.
Yeah. And as we'll see throughout the rest of the episode, she actually gives them tips. She basically tutors Natasha later.
She's basically what Tyra should be doing.
She's one of the best winners this show will have. I'm just going to call it right now.
As we were talking about Natasha's setup, they do this weird before footage. You can't tell me Natasha didn't do cocaine in this bathroom before this shoot. That's what this setup is. She's like, oh, I gotta go to the ladies' room.
My life as a cover girl.
It's just so fun to wear. It's just so nice to wear.
So nice to wear.
There are a lot of mirrored surfaces in there.
Yeah.
Speaking of someone who I wish there were more mirrors so we could see more of him, Brent Power. Oh my goodness. And also seemed very nice.
Yeah. I was totally into his camo shorts. That was very much a look for me.
He's the cover girl representative, and he first gets introduced to Natasha by Mr. J. And Natasha, as soon as she hears the word, the actual client, she's like, "Ooh, time to impress." Natasha does not care until you are working around her.
This was such bullshit, though, because Jay's like, "Well, you're gonna have to ad lib, but you will have to these are your two things to say, right?" He then pulls out a wrinkly piece of paper and then just
notes,
verbally tells her, and okay, got. And it's like a tongue twistery thing to say.
It's a classic cover girl tongue twister that includes a statistic.
Yes,
sheer shiny shades that match 97% of skin tones.
I'm going to tell y'all right now with my accent, I can't say sheer shiny shades.
Oh, you
my
did
goodness.
it. Sheer shiny shades.
I didn't. I just gaslit you with my confidence. Just like a good America's Next Top Model contestant.
But who's the 3% left in the cold?
I think we all know that answer, sadly.
Very uncomfortable if you think about it.
Yes.
Like, well, 97% is good enough.
I also had that moment where I was like, just say 99%. That's what you say. That's what you say.
That's almost everyone.
That's the percentage you say when you're like, well, we can't say 100%, but we can say.
I feel like 97 is not that great. Like
It doesn't feel good.
3% of skin tones is a lot of skin tones.
Well, especially for lipstick, where I'm like, this shouldn't be that hard, right?
Yes, it's not foundation.
You can't just have a nude and a red. It feels like that's the range you need for this. Okay. Hannah, you came, your soul left your body.
Mhm.
It came into mine.
Oh, exciting.
Because I noticed every single bit of offensive music playing in the background. Because each of the 3 finalists gets their own version of offensive music, starting with the heaviest Russian background music we have ever heard with Natasha during her commercial, because again, it's just to make what she's saying sound stupid. And honestly, it didn't need the help.
I book a lot of jobs and am a successful model. Was that better?
That was my favorite. There was no pause in between the two. And the best part is that better? That was the saddest thing.
Eventually in panel, they just show a take that includes something like that because I think they couldn't edit it out.
The moment where Natasha put her hand or her head on her hand and she was just like, da 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 da. Eh? Da 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 da. I was just like, Natasha.
Well, and she starts with a script, and honestly, they should have let her keep it. Because it was way better than when she ad-libbed.
Yeah, she should have. They should have just told her to deliver it more naturally. Have to come up with words on the fly.
Yeah, we've seen this. Ad-libbing an entire commercial is tough because, again, you're not. It just had shades of like Cycle 6's improvised heavy quotation marks commercial, where I'm like, you're not improvising. You're coming up with copy in your head beforehand and trying to remember it.
Yeah, no, this is so hard. And the next person gets even more hurdles than the other two.
And create some for herself, too, to be fair.
To be fair. So Renee gets on the boat in the harbor. It's so bright. It's also pretty wavy. She's like clinging.
Oh, it made me seasick to watch this.
But when she opens originally with, I had a baby 9 months ago and I thought my life was over.
I literally wrote, Hannah, are you okay?
How dare you?
Also, because it was 9 months, I know what she's saying is her baby is 9 months old, but because that's the length of a typical
Yes.
pregnancy, I was in my head, I was like, did you have it yesterday? I don't understand what you're saying. I will say, smart move before she said that was starting with Aloha. Great.
Oh, it was so good.
Oh,
Very
smart
cute.
and simple.
Mm-hmm.
And then she ended with one of the best lines.
Oh my
And
God.
Brent came in his pants. I don't like to be dirty. He came in those pants and he
Yeah.
fell over.
In those camo shorts.
And
Yep.
slipped right off that chair.
He fell into that ocean
Into the
because
Sydney Harbor.
she goes, I just feel easy, breezy, and beautiful. And I was like, God, holy shit, Renee. And it was so natural sounding, like she actually just almost forgot the beautiful, then really believed it. I couldn't get over how good that was.
Well, and this is the point of the episode where I start going like, what contortions are they about to perform in the judging room?
None.
Because I know who the final two is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do they possibly get there?
It's just the powers of BS. That's what it is. But we don't have time for that right now because we got to play mariachi music under Jasleen. It was all but like a what Speedy Gonzalez cartoon music. It was so offensive.
The outside reaction that she receives anytime she speaks Spanish from the producers of this show and of these photo shoots.
Yeah.
And again, is it a good idea to do that in a commercial that you were ad-libbing? Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely. Honestly, I think she should have just done the whole commercial in English, and then for Easy Breezy Beautiful, said that in Spanish. Because how easy, and also we as an audience, even if you literally know not a lick of Spanish, you would know what those words meant. But she did a fine job of incorporating it, but the way, like you said, the way they like are so excited about it, I'm like, y'all, it's a pretty popular second language.
Yeah. Also, the fact that she's shoved in the back of the car, into the wall, into the door of the car, it's so weird that Jay has to literally communicate with a walkie-talkie with her.
It makes no sense.
These were not created equal. So we head to the photo shoot, and Natasha's the smartest person because she goes up to Carrie D and is like, tell me how to pose, tell me how to do things.
Tell me how to prolong my neck.
Tell me how to make my neck last as long as possible. I want this neck to survive longer than I do.
Honestly, we all want to know that.
And then Jim says something that I don't agree with, which is that Natasha, like, he sees it as a problem that Natasha has to laugh to get a smile, which isn't the worst thing in the world.
Honestly, I have to do that.
I have to do that sometimes.
To make it natural, too.
I wore braces for such a long time and at such a formative point in my life that I got really awkward with smiling. And now it's just easier if I kind of laugh about something.
Oh my God, that's why you love hanging out with me so much. I get it. You finally get to smile.
I'm just sitting all day, my mouth fully closed.
I do like that Jimmy D Yonks, after he's done with Natasha, he just goes, man, you got energy, girl. Because I don't feel like Jim naturally in sentences with girl, and he got like his Queenie Gay came out for a little second, like, woo! Oh, Natasha, I am exhausted.
These photo shoot outfits were also not created equal.
No.
And that Natasha got the one made of fancy holiday wrapping paper.
It's like the good wrapping paper, you know, when it's like the one good gift, you like save it. It's the one you don't like tear. You like,
you like fold it up,
reuse it.
That's how I open every present.
Really?
I believe
Such
that.
a production.
Yeah.
I love it.
My sisters growing up hated me.
You have like the one nail for slitting tape open.
Everyone else has that pinky nail for another reason. Alexander just has it for gift wrap.
So when Jim comes to get Renee, she says, oh, the cover girl? Where's the cover girl?
I love it. I love it. I love it. But then Jim calls Renee the oldest living human being, the Guinness World Record holder for oldest living model.
So, somewhere Melrose has been like chanting into a mirror.
You mean with buttons all around the side?
And now my watch has ended.
But Melrose only knows her as Nayin because she gets
That's why it took the whole cycle.
Nayin.
I had to relook it up. These girls couldn't be any closer in age because both Jasleen and Renee are 20 and Natasha is 21.
So they're the same age.
Yeah.
They're
Yes.
absolutely the same age, born in the same year, most likely.
Yeah, it's just like crazy that they get on this old thing, especially because it's the haircut you gave her, Tyra.
Uh-huh.
It's absolutely the haircut and maybe a smile line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, those cover girl shoots obliterate everything. Naima didn't even have her moles. Like, so you're not going to have a smile line.
Renee says one of the shadiest things about Natasha
Whew.
when she says, but I hope that they don't let Natasha do the final runway because she walks like a pigeon-toed duck with a piece of poop hanging out of her ass. And then she laughs as though she can't believe she just said it.
I love anyone who censors some of her cursing, but not all of them. Like, she won't say crap or shit, but she'll say ass. It's very like mom energy. Like, she's so used to like not cursing in front of her child that she's like poop, but then by the end she's like ass. Also, Jasleen, I know they didn't exist yet really, but Jasleen is basically under a gravity blanket while they're reading the Tyra mail. It must be so cold because Jasleen is bundled.
So wrapped up.
Who reads the Tyra mail? Natasha.
Of course she does. We really should have kept like a counter because Natasha must have you know what 97% is a good percentage for? Amount of times Natasha read the Tyrannel. 3% of times it was JL, and that's it.
Welcome to our ugly home.
Reddit is back for a historically hideous season.
It's our 100th ugly house. This place is mayhem. That is impressive.
And if these walls could talk,
Do you cry a lot?
I do.
they'd have a lot to say.
What in God's name is this pit?
Don't get too close.
You know, if you see the show, I'm a scaredy cat.
Ugliest House in America season premiere Wednesday at 8 on HGTV.
Send Annie a voice note.
Hey sis, so okay, you know that cozy hoodie you always steal from Charlie after your workouts? Well, I just went to Lululemon and saw they have the same one for women now. I think it's called Steady State. Just throwing the idea out there, since you haven't added your wish list in the group chat yet. Plus, I know how much you love matching Charlie. Anyway, talk later. I'll see you at Run Club.
Shop Women's Steady State now at Lululemon.com.
Rain-X wipers are the #1 wiper blades in America. That means all kinds of drivers choose Rain-X. Big drivers in small cars choose Rain-X. Small drivers in big cars choose Rain-X. Drivers with long hair and short commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with short hair and long commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with pets on board, babies on board, and bored babies on board choose Rain-X. Basically, drivers who love a clear view of the road all choose Rain-X wipers, the #1 wiper blades in America.
So it's time for judging number 1.
Natasha thinks Jasleen is going to go home because she needs to show more personality in her pictures.
Like,
what now?
What? That's just her getting back at them from last week.
Yeah, seriously.
What are these 3 looks that these women are wearing?
Oh, I have Renee's. Flamenco dance teacher in a romantic comedy.
Ooh.
Yes. It's that shrug.
I said that Natasha's was her first springtime wedding. And Jasleen, I think, just ran out of clothes.
Yeah, she's just wearing dirty jeans and a tank top.
She's like, oh, we're wearing skirts today? What's happening?
She didn't have time to iron this tank top like she did that previous blue tank top. So it does not look as good. Yeah, but Jasleen looks rough in panel. Like, rough.
A lot of it's by comparison, though, because she is just wearing, like, jeans and a T-shirt, which is fine.
Yeah. But she also, like, her hair's not fixed. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
How do we feel about Tyra's Empire State Building dress? I think her hair looks great.
I love the high pony. I love that with the curly down.
But this dress is glitzy glamour grandma.
Ooh.
How do we feel about the 3 baddest bitches in town? Holla.
Holla.
Holla. It's the way it's always so like after the fact, because baddest bitches in town, that's kind of cute. Great. Wonderful. And then just
holla.
Holla.
A little gold on that lily. Just a little bit.
And then we meet our guest judges, Sass and Bide.
Who I know they have real names. I'm just going to call them Sass and Bide.
One is Sass and one is Bide.
They were giving...
Yeah, one is...
They were giving the creepiest twin energy.
They really were.
Like they were twin dollies and they got turned into people.
Ooh. Also, Bide, who's the taller of the two,
yes.
She was really itchy. She kept scratching herself. Every time they cut to her, she'd be like, oh, crap, they're looking at us again. Like just scratching her elbow. Someone got a mosquito bite right beforehand, and she was like, not today, Bide. You're going to be on television.
You're not going to ruin this for Sass, Bide.
There's also a big, we've been coerced into this energy, as I think we'll see later from the outfits that are on loan for the final panel.
Yes. For everything. Everything.
But Natasha, even if she's faking it, has such an outsized reaction to them. And
she must have known who they are.
If I were them, I'd be so charmed.
Mm-hmm.
Because the other two are just like, hey. And Natasha's like, oh my God.
Yeah. Why? I know we talked about it. Why do they keep in Natasha's, that's it, at the end of her commercial? You can cut that out.
Because the most endearing part is when she like holds her head in her hands.
Yeah, I think they're trying to give her a win. She says one of the silliest ad-lib lines. And I know on paper she might have been like, well, not on paper because they took away her paper.
Yep.
But in her head it might have been good. But she goes, 97% of the skin tones, and mine too. And I'm like, well,
Yeah, Natasha.
thanks for
Yeah,
letting us know
yours.
that your white skin is in those 97% of the skin tones.
You are also literally doing a commercial for it right now.
If she just put the product on and it didn't match.
And it's just like green
it's just
somehow.
Like, it's just like, yeah, so clearly didn't match her skin tone. Guess I'm in the 3%. Well, whatever. Easy, breezy, beautiful. Cover girl.
And I prefer full coverage.
When they're talking about her photo, Nigel says, Natasha has all the bits and pieces you need to be a model. The mouth, the nose.
Yeah.
A real Miss Potato Head of a thing.
Let's get into this photo, truly. This is a hideous photo that...
I think we need to go on record and say that these 3 photos are not DeYonker's best work.
No.
No. All 3, none of the 3... Well, I'm going to argue Renee's is successful when we get to it, but like, there's just something very bland about all of them. Like, everyone looks a little forced. Everyone's a little like, And
there's wind blowing kind of in Natasha's hair.
Yeah, all the wind that Natasha and Renee didn't get, Jasleen got. Because Jasleen's is in a full wind tunnel.
It just looks painful. It's so painful.
Yeah. And I'm going to say right now, of the 3, I like Natasha's. I like both of Natasha's things the least.
Yeah.
Both
she
the
did
commercial
the
and the photo.
And it doesn't even look like her. That's the weirdest part. She's so pretty, and this doesn't even look like her face.
No. So Jasleen is next. These pauses are weird.
And Tyra at least calls it out, because I was like, the commercial and how she looks, and I was proud of her for not like doing that weird focused face thing she does sometimes.
Yeah, she relaxed the eyebrows.
Yeah. And I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, oh, this looks really good. But then Tyra points it out. She's like, it was the pauses that were here. And then you started another sentence.
So weird.
It was like it was like she was reading a telegram.
Yeah.
And stop. And now, okay, stop. Easy breezy. Beautiful cover girl.
Girl. Beautiful cover.
The girl.
Girl.
They don't actually show Easy Breezy Beautiful for any of them, do they?
I don't think it was in the copy.
But they don't even show Renee absolutely killing, because they can't show Renee absolutely killing it.
And yet they still can't cut out the fact that she was the best. They actually don't show anything that we saw in the like recording. Very little of that makes it to the commercial that we see, which is interesting, because usually we basically see the commercial and then see the commercial again. This time it was like, when did this happen? What take was this?
No idea.
And this styling in this photo is bizarre.
Why is she wearing big earrings?
I don't... The color of the shirt? And it's... Ugh.
Yeah.
As a cover girl photo, I think it does prove that she can be sort of commercial.
Sure.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like a good cover girl photo, but like if I was walking down the aisle in Walgreens and I saw it, I wouldn't be like, what the hell is this?
Right.
Yeah.
They start talking about her jaw. Her jaw's now a 4th contestant that we're starting to talk about. And I'm like, is this new? I don't think we've ever talked about it. We've talked about the fact that she kind of puts her head up a little bit, but that's not, she has a beautiful jawline.
Yeah.
Well, and they tell her it could be a problem that she doesn't photograph very commercially. And it just makes you realize that they never had to do a commercial photograph.
Mm-hmm.
Just like they barely did
cycle.
any runway.
Right. Exactly. It's a weird thing to realize. Like some cycles will have in the future where they just never do a commercial.
Mm-hmm.
You're just like, but that's such a big part of it. And that's a little bit more for the cycles when the cover girl is not part of it anymore. But I'm just like, that's such a big thing that models might actually do, especially the caliber of models that this show will probably create.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let them do commercial stuff. I will sort of argue that the 4 pictures with the white background was a little commercial.
But only as much as the contestant
They
individually made it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what someone should have done. They should have been like high fashion, commercial, editorial, and then like, I don't know,
Tinder.
maternity world, Tinder, LinkedIn.
Spring, summer, winter, fall.
But the same outfit.
Yes.
Trading hats.
Different hats, baby. All right. Let's get to Renee's obviously best commercial.
When she said, I'm just so happy. I don't even know what to say. Look, like there was such like never have I liked Renee more.
It was
this moment.
well acted.
Because she hasn't won.
And I also am going to argue, despite the fact that she had to do it in the bright light and on a moving boat, she also definitely had the best background. And she made use of it. She said, look at where I am. I'm at Sydney Harbor. This is amazing.
Can you imagine if they had given her the fancy bathroom? I think she still would have made it work.
Look at where I am. A Sydney bathroom. The toilets, they go down opposite. I never thought I'd see that in my life.
But then they're like, well, you
Wait,
have
I want to do jazz leads now. Look at where I am. A car? Who thought?
I've always had to be in the driver's seat.
But now, is anyone in the driver's seat? No, it doesn't matter.
Jesus.
He took the wheel.
Nigel basically leads this whole panel in this. Well, she's squinting in the video, so she looks really old.
And you know who squints?
Olds.
Also, he says about Renee's aged appearance, I don't know how to deal with it, actually. What?
Try, Nigel.
Mean?
Try
you don't
really
know how to...
hard.
And I gotta say, real shit, when he says, I think at 60, you're gonna want to look like Renee at 40. And also, I don't understand what that means.
I think he's saying she'll look great.
Yeah, but also, do you mean me at 60 wants to look like Renee at 40, but Renee's also not 40, so do I want to look like her now?
This photo is gorgeous.
Yes.
Except for one thing. Her neck looks a little weird because it looks a little photoshopped.
Well, but
otherwise,
these are all photoshopped to high heaven.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
But she looks stunning.
And it's also very different because Jasleen and Natasha's are almost in the exact same pose.
Mm-hmm.
And she went way different with hers. Just the thrown back head smile.
Eye contact. The only thing, as we've said, that ages her is the haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the sequins.
Yes, they put her in a mom at the wedding.
It's not like Dame on Broadway kind of look. But that is not her fault.
You gotta hide these bat wings, sweetie.
I played this part for 14 years and I'll play it until I die.
They call her puffy and wrinkly.
Neither of which she is at all.
And sun damaged. What?
This Sun storyline where she gives advice.
It's just the quickest gaslighting I've ever seen in my life.
When she gives advice to Renee, who was from Maui, about her skin, to be like, well, you can't get too much sun. And Renee's like, mm-hmm. I'm like, Renee's in the sun all the time. She's from Hawaii. Like, are you Tyra-splaining this? Are you Tyra-splaining sun damage to Renee? It's so bad. No matter how you feel about Renee before going into this episode, when you're watching this cycle, you have to be furious at the decision that's about to be made and how she is treated in panel.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you prefer the other contestants for whatever reason, there's no way that this should have been the outcome. It's absolutely insane.
Private panel. Twiggy and I are on the same team and think Renee looks gorgeous, and she has no idea what the other people are talking about.
It feels like Twiggy's the only one who's like, yeah, guys, Renee's clearly the best.
And then at the end, everyone else has clearly decided, like, Renee's got to go. And Twiggy's like, this is so hard.
Yeah, for once, it's not Tyra that's saying it. It's Twiggy. Like, it's really hard, right, guys? And they're like, is it?
Is it?
Tyra's already handing out the photos like, what, Twiggy?
Oh, you're still here?
One more cycle, Twiggy. One more cycle.
Twiggy literally says, it was full of joie de vivre, and she's amusing. She looks gorgeous, but this is the best photograph of the week for me.
And that's all true. I mean, it's a word salad, but it's all true.
So then we get entirely 80-yard Tyra telling us that the top two will do a photo shoot for 17 magazine.
Well, for a woman who read another woman for taking weird pauses, the pauses Tyra takes on the phrase she says every week, the name I do not call, you could trip and fall into one of those pauses and no one would ever see you again. I do not call. What?
Tyra.
What happened to you?
This was an ADR too. This was your second take on it.
Natasha, so Jasleen gets called first, which is nonsensical because Renee should clearly be
Of
called
course.
first.
And then,
But whatever. If you're talking about overall cycle performance, you can sort of fudge it.
sure, we all know that Jasleen's going to be in the top 2. Fine, whatever. And then it becomes the battle of the patterned skirts.
Well, and Natasha is clearly ready to go home.
Yeah.
She pastes the smile on her face like, I'm going to smile through this because I know I'm about to go home.
Yeah, because she saw her commercial and picture.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she's like, I'm good. I did pretty well.
And in talking about Renee, Tyra describes her as a strong woman out on a vengeance to make her family's life better.
First of all, would watch that anime.
I was going to say that
don't
it's
think-
very much a Korean protagonist.
See, I thought it was like one of the darker USA shows.
Oh, sure. Vengeance Mom.
Vengeance
Yes.
Mom.
Yes.
Exactly, yes. But out on a vengeance?
I don't remember who says it. It might be Tyra during the dress down that she does of the two of them, where she says that Renee has the face and the body. I'm like, cool, that's a model. The face and the body.
Those are the two
Those are the
things.
two things.
Renee, there are tears streaming down her face.
Also, when they finally call Natasha's name, the post-production team make this decision to just let the music go silent. And because everyone, including like the post-production team, was like, wait, what? And Natasha gives her Sassenbide level enthusiasm. Oh my God! While Renee is just trying not to punch Tyra.
Yeah.
It really feels like a moment for Renee of like, I did everything right, and I guess good things just don't happen for me.
Yeah.
And it is incredibly harsh. It's so messed up.
Do we have anything to say before? Because I wrote down word for word her barn burner of a final monologue.
Do it. Burn that barn
I was
down.
just going to say the fact that I think it's so telling that before she hands out these photos to Natasha, she says, who do we pick? The girl with the bubbling personality or the girl who takes amazing photos? The girl who takes amazing photos, Tyra. You're at the end. This isn't the middle of the competition.
Yeah, that's a middle of the competition critique.
I also felt so bad. They go on and on about how Natasha's greatest strength is that they give her a critique and she immediately corrects it. Which, if we think back, it took her like 4 weeks to take a good photo, right? Like a solid month of viewing.
Also, it just means that Renee hasn't had to have corrections.
Well, and also Renee did receive this feedback and then took steps to correct it, and then they were like, "Oh, you're too soft now."
And when Tyra says to Renee as she's giving her a hug, "You're not a finalist, but you're still fierce, okay?" I'm just like, fuck you.
So patronizing. All right. I'm completely blown away by the judge's decision. I had the best commercial. I had the best picture. Apparently, that's not good enough for them. Apparently, I look old. Okay, that's fine. I would rather have wisdom in my eyes and knowledge in my head than just be blank and stupid and not have anything there. She closes the door.
Boom.
And she's not wrong.
Nope.
I'm glad they edited it in that she was like, I had the best commercial and the best photo. Apparently because there was nothing I was going to do. I was going to be third. And then the post-production team, who again must love Renee, must be so mad, give her the dramatic silent fade out.
Mm-hmm. You mean the wrong decision fade out?
Yeah. I love that whoosh noise. So let's do a quick trigger warning-esque.
Yeah.
I don't know what's about to happen, so I need it.
Yeah. So the main thing is, I'm not going to go too deep into it. Why? Because a big part of what's, I'm going to say, of interest about Renee's time after Top Model, there is a very long telling interview that's about like 30 to 40 minutes long that if you type in her name, by the way, which is Renee Alway, Alway, you can find this like interview with her. She's got a fully shaved head because she went to prison for several years.
Oh, wow.
I'm just going to read this kind of Wikipedia entry. It's a good summary of it, though. 2013, Alway was arrested after a 6-hour standoff with police in Palm Springs, California. She was arrested for multiple offenses, including drug possession, burglary, committing a felony while on bail, theft, and fraud. She also had prior arrests that year for grand theft of more than $400, grand theft with a firearm, and receiving stolen property. And then in 2014, she was sentenced to 12 years in prison after pleading guilty to 4 felony burglary counts, et cetera, et cetera. In 2016, she established a Twitter account where she said that she is a lesbian and an atheist. And she was released from prison in April 2018 after serving a 5-year sentence since she was put in prison. So hopefully things are going better for Renee now. I couldn't really find like more current update than that necessarily. I'm going to do a real quick, see if I can find that Twitter account that was promised to me. I didn't find it earlier, but I'm hoping maybe.
No,
absolutely not.
We had a listener that, this is rumor, I think.
Rumor.
But
they
said that they were pretty sure that they had seen an article where Renee and JL had a relationship in the house, a romantic relationship in the house.
Oh.
Which maybe explains some of the like back and
forth,
her leaving the bedroom, like all that kind of stuff.
Complete hearsay, but maybe
yes, who knows?
She has now confirmed, that she's a lesbian. So
yeah, it's rough, and like I think, like I did at the end turn around on Renee.
Yes,
she was not great. Truly in the beginning, and like obviously she has been through a lot of stuff in her life even before the show, abuse, and I think her father was like a preacher who was also abusive too, so it was like that
she's had a lot of trauma in her life.
And like obviously that leaves marks and causes things, but by the end of the season, like I was rooting for Renee completely.
Me too. Like
I was as well.
I started trying to be a little bit more of an apologist just because I knew that she was the villain of the cycle and I wanted to give her a fair shake, but it was hard to do that early on.
Yeah.
But like around that, I would say by the time they like went overseas.
I think by the time she got to see her kid.
Yeah, it like re-energized her.
Yeah, that's for sure. And that was around the same time. So that would like fall in line with my thinking too, because by the time we got to overseas, Brittany and Natasha and those folks started taking over all the plot lines, and Renee kind of fell into the background for a lot of stuff, and she also started winning more things.
Well, and just to see how dirty the show did her.
Yeah, I was not ready.
And with so little shame, it's just infuriating.
They couldn't even hide it. They literally, there was nothing for them to be other than like, you look old from this haircut we gave you.
It's interesting. Renee was an interesting person to have on the show. And honestly, for me, to sum up, I think she made this cycle more interesting.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But Chris is back.
First of all, what a segue.
Thank you. I had to find something from that update.
I literally didn't recognize her without a bow in her hair.
She looked kind of different. And I don't mean like worse or better.
Did.
She looked like I needed the Tyron. I wouldn't have known. I don't know if it was more casual. I will say, of the Carissa moments, this is her at her best, at least.
What are these clothes? They're so ugly.
What, you didn't like the rings?
I was about to say, who cares about the clothes?
The knuckle dusters?
Need to talk accessories right now.
At least they didn't have to share lollipops on the shoot.
I mean,
those top model rings. And they also had one that we didn't see any of them use that said ANTM, just as a backup, just in case. Those were created for this shoot. That wasn't just a hoodie that we're excited about.
That hoodie, the most basic ass pink sweatshirt. How much did South Pole pay for this ad?
I'm going to give it to Carissa. I think
she's an investor.
I think they were like, hey, this is like, South Pole's like a big part of the next shoot. And she's like, okay, I guess I can say we're excited about it. Here.
There were so many racks of ugly clothes. There were more racks of clothes for these two models than when they had plus size models on sets.
For real.
Like,
absolutely for real.
Especially when they wore one of the same outfits.
Well, we got to get that sweatshirt in.
We got to get, and I think that's Jaslene's, the eventual cover is that hoodie. I really remember it. We'll have to see next cycle when we get our like weird fade in of 17 magazine.
Jasleen also said something that cracked me up, and it's just a little bit different to how I think it would normally be said. She goes, if Natasha wins this competition, I'm going to pull off all her hair. And I wrote down pull out, and then I re-listened to it, and I'm going to pull off her hair.
She'll have bangs again. If Jasleen
She's going to pull it so hard, the bangs will come right back out.
Speaking of things that made me laugh that people said, Natasha says, my babies don't want unhappy woman to be raising them.
You know what? I really dug that, actually, because
I know what she means.
I'm going to get on a soapbox.
Do it. Do it. Climb up.
There's just such a narrative of mothers being self-sacrificing that it was really nice to hear the perspective of it is better for the children that mothers be happy and fulfilled in their careers. Now, did she say it like that?
No.
Absolutely not.
No, of course not.
But I'll stand behind the point.
She also said my babies, and I was like, wait, is there...
Are you pregnant?
Stuart. Also, Jasleen got to keep that exciting hoodie. She walked out in that exciting hoodie.
She Dion'd that hoodie?
Yes. It was so exciting. It stuck to her body.
Can I keep it?
Time to go back to the hotel room where there's a new plot line laying in wait.
One at a time.
Absolutely out of nowhere. Tyra asked Natasha if the girls ever expressed maybe they don't want Natasha to win because she's not American enough, because she's Russian.
Do you think they were ever upset that you emigrated from Russia and that this whole competition and experience is called America's Next Top Model?
Are you angry about that, Tyra?
Also, she gives a better answer than this, but essentially Natasha's like, no.
No one said
I am
that.
American.
No, also,
I live here.
Also, none
American,
of them ever
American.
expressed that to me. What are you talking? I wish
She's
Natasha
like, look,
was
Tyra,
like, did they?
I'm a lot. There are so many things that the girls don't like about me. You being from Russia is like last on the list.
Then we get the Jasleen went to therapy to, as she says, build herself up, love herself. And that was her whole journey from previous cycle to this cycle.
Listener mail. Apparently, because we know that Jasleen didn't pass the psych eval in cycle 7, which is why she wasn't on. Apparently, and this would go into what, Jasleen's story that we don't know about. It was abusive relationship that was part of the problem. She was in an abusive relationship at the time.
Well,
She alluded to it a little bit
Yeah,
when she was doing her non-dance.
Yes, she did. When she was telling her story of her dream.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad. Good for her. Good for her for destigmatizing therapy a little bit on a national platform at a time where I don't think we were really having that convo.
Full agree.
It almost feels like Natasha and Jasleen were having too good of a conversation, and Tyra was like, they seem put together and happy. Should we have kept Renee? Should we have, so I could destroy her?
Do you remember that day? I'm going to take you way back last season, and I'm standing in front of all the girls. I did not call your name. Oh, okay, Tyra.
Thanks. Does Jasleen remember? Probably. She remembers Carrie D as a person. This transition line that Tyra did not know what she was going to say. Because to Jasleen, she goes, next time I see you, runway. Oh, okay.
Oh.
I guess so. Oh.
And we're here.
Oh.
And Mr. J is wearing quite the statement medallion. But the exciting part about this fashion show is the theme. Evolution.
Including early woman. It's less evolution and more cave person.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's not...
but is it cave person in the final analysis?
It's more stilted walk.
It felt more like, that Betty Ninja teach actually came in handy.
Yeah, for real. Honestly. It's also not a flat runway. It's at a slight curve. A slight curve.
The hard thing about runway is it's not just energy, but not fall.
Yep.
This runway. Natasha says that. She's like, the hard thing about this runway. And I'm like, isn't that all runways?
I will say, though, overall, this runway show seemed real. Like, there was something much more real about it than other ones. I think it was just because of the audience size and the fact that it looked like actual pictures were being taken at any moment.
Though, I have to ask a question.
You don't think more than the cave one from last cycle,
Well,
Alexander?
that's what I was going to say. Is this all based around the fact that Carrie D cannot do a regular runway?
She has to be a character.
This seems to me to be like a plausible dumb runway.
Yeah. It felt more real somehow, especially since Tyra and the judges were just on the first row. They weren't like exalted into thrones.
But Tyra did give a speech.
Calling that a speech is so generous.
Jasleen has to be strong but not drag queen, while Natasha has to be strong but not stiff.
It also looked like they kind of had a private makeup area for those two, and then that's gone and we never see it again. But it seems like they actually had a setup for just the two of them for some reason.
When Tyra says you are the first women evolution to these girls, what does that mean? What does that mean?
Also, where are both Bide and Sass? Why is Tyra introducing this runway show?
That's a great point that I consider.
They were embarrassed of the clothes that we're about to see.
They were not. Those clothes were neither sassy nor bitey.
So I will say
that's going to be Biden's running mate is Sass.
Sass and Biden.
Sassin. Biden and Sassin.
As dumb as this runway is, it is a pretty gorgeous space. Like with the quay, the pier thing outside.
What's quay mean?
It's a type of...
It's like a pier.
Oh, I've never heard that word before. I love that. Twiggy looks really good in her red sparkly fun Christmas sweater.
Before they go out, Mr. J says something that's apparently new information to these girls, which is pound it out, serve it. I want some fierce Amazon women. Oh, now they're Amazons? I thought they were first women.
Also, I'm sorry. I know it's not what he meant. But I can't hear the phrase pound it out and think of anything but sex. I've never heard pound be used like that. But like pound it out, that's sex, right?
You're not having enough chicken piccata.
You know what? I say that every single day.
We've put it off too long. These outfits are not outfits, nor
skirts,
are they
right?
clothing. Nor are they clothing.
They're skirts.
No, they're
barely skirts.
bath rugs.
As we see when Natasha's just fully falls off, unbidden.
Is she going to fix it? Is she going to? Oh, fierce. They're so impressed that Natasha walks out.
I thought it was on purpose.
No, you didn't.
You liar.
Also, when they're backstage, Mr. J says, "Oh my God, Jasleen is a wreck. Give me another girl."
It was Natasha. He said, "Oh my God, Natasha's a wreck."
It took like 15 people to get Natasha into her next to last look.
Why are these people not able to do their job? Why can't they get these clothes on and off?
I'm not going to blame them. I'm going to blame some organizational thing that happened with this runway show.
Well, especially because like those finale dresses. So back when I was a younger woman shopping for a prom dress, there was a store called Cachet.
I'm glad you said younger woman, because otherwise I was like,
I know,
did you shop for a prom dress this year?
And Natasha's finale look particularly was extremely something that I tried on for prom at Cachet.
Ooh.
With the droopy boobs?
Yeah.
But it wins because at least it's clothing. It's the most clothes anything on this runway is.
Well, and then Mr. J says, "Is everyone ready for the final walkthrough?" And they do the thing where they're all walking down, they're all clapping, and then they go and they pose on a bunch of ladders.
Well, then they have people not in costume, just in work jumpsuits, come and set up ladders in the little cul-de-sac of the runway.
Y'all know that that's the final stage of evolution. Ladders. When we invented ladders, evolution finished.
Also, why did Carrie D not have a third look? She only was in the
Maybe she was the one setting up the ladders. She was like, I wish Melrose had won. Okay, two things. I can't believe neither of you mentioned these two things, or at least one of them. The Italian opera music in the background.
Oh,
I know. I have what the opera is.
Okay, reveal.
Vestila Giobba from Pagliacci and the 1812 overture.
That was
Well, the
exactly
1812 overture.
what I was going to say. Yeah, I was about to say, I knew that from that Bugs Bunny cartoon. I know that one. But also, you said, would all the models go down and clap? No. There are two models that do my favorite thing, a listless model, like, and then all of them just quit. Like, none of them were instructed to clap. It's
They're
the
so weak.
weakest.
I would like to point out that Carrie D basically books it home after this runway show is done. She's like, bye, Natasha. And then literally like leaves, doesn't fix her hair, doesn't take her makeup off. She's just like, I'm done.
Love that for her.
Here's the difference between Jasleen and Natasha, as we are shown at least. Natasha, hugging everyone, hugging assistants, hugging fellow models, hugging everybody. Jasleen, getting her stuff taken off. Which is better? I'm not going to say. One is more professional, one is more friendly. Maybe those people did not consent or want those hugs. I get it. But also, I'm like, Natasha loves human beings, it seems like.
I will say, after a show, I am usually the first one out of that dressing room. And I'm Carrie D, I'm Jasleen. I'm just like, I
mean, I am
it's
too, but just because I have to greet all the fans or like, it's like, they'll ask for me.
You only have so much to give.
Natasha says a really sweet thing, is that she's going to be a role model for millions of girls who feels like they're strangers in America.
That is very sweet.
Mm.
And then Jasleen undercuts it by saying, I'm not your girl next door. I'm your next girl down the block on the hood. You're like,
she must have said in the hood, right? She didn't say on the hood,
Probably.
like on top
In
of a
the
car.
The show is forcing her to remind us all.
Cha-Cha Diva.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Even though
I walk like this every day.
Yeah, even though they tried everything on earth to destroy her personality. I like that in the final judging, they hold hands as they're walking in. That's very sweet, and it felt like they did that.
I do not like that both of them look like they have fully deflated boobs.
What are these? They couldn't even give them outfits
Last
from
stage
the
of evolution.
Deflation.
Their hair and makeup is also insanity. They have no eyebrows. And then Jasleen's weird red lip. Oh, I guess that's the 3% that we can't match skin tones to.
At least the outfits are created equal. They're just not good, because usually it feels like one get the finale dress and the other got backup. At least these are equal.
Because they weren't in the show.
I love that we got through the entire runway without talking about how they walked at all.
It's so stupid.
It's so dumb.
They both did fine. Jasleen did better.
Yeah. Well, of course.
Yeah. And sometimes they had to enter like they were walking like quote unquote Amazon cave Neanderthal evolutionary
where they just
stages.
were like, ooh, I'm around you. I have to go in circles sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
Natasha exceeded expectations, I'm going to say.
Yeah, because I thought she was going to fall.
Jasleen remained a professional.
Yeah, for sure.
Mr. J is the guest. He is not introduced.
He's slightly introduced.
Yeah, he was introduced a little bit. It was just like he's been around.
He's just not noted.
Yeah. Well, it's also just, I think at this point, it's becoming we always are going to do this kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Sure.
They go through many weeks of photos, and it is clear that all of Jasleen's are better.
Well, I would say her men's and women's magazines are Natasha's best photos that they show. But they rudely show some of Natasha's worst photos.
Mm-hmm. Which is when Nigel says about one of her bad photos, what was interesting about it was that you were trying really hard. Oh boy.
Imagine a world where they were comparing Jasleen to Renee, and we at least had some like Renee's murder shot where she was poisoned, and some other like really stunning ones that they could have actually been.
Her most recent photo
Truly.
with the local
indigenous
people.
They don't even show the cover girl photos, which they
so
always
bad.
do. I know, but they always are like, well, this is what the like.
Yeah, but I truly think it's because they were both unsuccessful. But yeah, you knew who was going to win this after this comparison.
Natasha creates another sweet moment that then the show ruins.
Uh-huh.
Where she says in Russian, "I'm happy the girls with accents made it to the final round," which is really cute. It's a really cute thing to say.
And inclusive of Jasleen, which is lovely.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's the battle of the accents.
Tyra, that's a thing that they get to say, and then you don't have to say back. And, it was also cute that Jasleen said something in Spanish because it really did show, if this season wanted to like force a theme on it, it's that American can mean a lot of different things and it's a melting pot and blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? I like the idea of that the show is not equipped to show, even though the two of them are desperately trying to show that.
Private panel.
I was not a huge fan of Twiggy's fishnet shrug.
No?
What?
She didn't look like your French teacher.
Madame Twiggy.
Madame Twiggy. Bonjour.
I am a very big fan of Mr. J repping for Jasleen.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because they're trying to turn it into turn it into a journey of improvement. Like Jasleen's photos got worse, and he says, "No. It just means that Jasleen stepped into this competition with more ability." And I was like, "Yes, thank you for the sanity."
Yeah.
Tyra tries to gaslight the panel, saying that Natasha's runway was better. How? In what world?
It was so weird. They for a while they tried to do this thing that Jasleen started off weaker and got stronger throughout the runway show. Natasha started off stronger and lost steam, but that isn't shown in the footage, really.
Nope.
She got a little tired when they went to Australia and a little more over it.
One thing that we went by real quick that I would argue if there was ever going to be a Natasha had a better photo, it was them as men with the drag queens. Oh, that they both did really well. I'm just saying if I had to argue a photo.
Sure.
They mentioned we knew that the gum paper, the foil on her teeth was that, but they also said the toothpick was her idea too. And I was like, so all the stuff that made that fun
and work.
Yeah, interesting.
You two girls have some of the biggest hearts and souls I've ever seen standing in front of me.
Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Da 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 da. Dum. And now it's Russian music.
We feel like one of you is a little bit stronger. We feel like one of you is going to be named America's Next Top Model.
Screen captures. These are called screen captures. Jasleen wins, obviously.
Yeah. Her baby photos were super cute.
It was weird to see Jasleen go from small child to executioner.
Hey, every little girl has a dream.
And Natasha takes it pretty well because also I think she knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
She thought she was going home last time. Yeah. So then we get a sneak preview of the post episode. And these photos are bad. They're very bad.
They are.
I'm going to argue these are always kind of bad.
Yeah.
Tyra looks like a murder mannequin.
She does. She looks like she's like 2 minutes away from suffocating Jasleen.
Yeah. But most importantly, she's fierce.
Do you know those movies that are not 100% Hallmarky and now they're becoming a Netflix thing where it's always like adultery revenge? Where it's a married woman and she has an affair, but then she thinks better of it. And then the guy, like, blah, blah, blah.
If you liked Fatal Attraction, you'll like these 4 movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It looks like a cover to that, where Jasleen and Tyra are the people, and, like, Tyra's the murderer, and Jasleen's the housewife who, like, is trying to keep her from murdering.
I really wish that existed. I would have watched it.
Yeah.
Okay. Natasha Galkina is one of the... And a lot of times she goes by... Natasha Gal or sometimes Natalie Gal. She has some of the most followers on Instagram of anyone we've ever had. 635,000 followers.
What?
Yeah, and one of the few that's also like verified. Actor, vegan, model, MBA in 2022. And
sorry, did you say MBA or NBA?
NBA basketball player. No, Masters.
Okay. I also heard NBA.
Sorry, I have an accent. It's the battle of the accents, meaning me trying to say things to the two of you. All right, and she also is a co-founder of Trajectar, which is basically an app for runners and cyclists that kind of creates like a virtual replay of your performance, which is interesting. She also is the founder of Dog Ecat, DOGIKAT, which is a nonprofit rescue founded in 2018, and it's just for cats and dogs. And she's in one of their most recent pictures as well.
Aww.
The weirdest thing about Natasha is that if you look at, and I don't want to be mean about this.
Well,
I JW Crumb, don't want to be mean about this.
Story checks out.
Yeah, she looks so photoshopped and filtered to death in every single photo. I'm not talking about smoothing of the skin. We all do that.
No.
That is a gift from baby Jesus to my acne-ridden face. Her eyeballs are like fake.
Anime.
They're like huge and fake in so many of her pictures in such a bizarre way. She truly also doesn't look like what you remember from Top Model.
No, it's actually a kind of a thing within the fandom. I did some research, is how photoshopped all her stuff is. She even photoshops her kids when she takes pictures with them. It's really weird because she's a beautiful woman. Like,
literally a model.
There almost
Conspiracy
seems
theory.
like do.
That has to do with how many aliases she has also. Natasha is a Jason Bourne type figure and has so been altering her Instagram appearance so as to be able to fulfill missions.
Yes. Love that energy. But yeah, she seems like she's still very successful and doing some really cool work. I've followed her for a while now, so I've seen a lot of her Instagram stories, and a lot of them are like pet based. So I think animal rescue is a big part of what Natasha's life is now as well.
Is she in the videos?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she can't Photoshop those. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Is she still married to Stuart?
I could not find that information. Yeah.
She has a second kid, I think, though.
Yeah, maybe. Jasleen? Something weird happened recently with Jasleen. This is technically hearsay, allegedly, whatever. She has 2 Instagram accounts, and I've followed both of them for a while now. One that's Jasleen Gonzalez, which is her name, and one that's On Set with Jasleen, which is kind of a secondary one that just literally shows what the day-to-day life is as a model.
As a model. My life as a cover girl.
Basically. And it's really cool. And she does a lot of stuff. She only now on the official Jasleen Gonzalez, she has 81,000 followers. And this is followed. This is her real one because it's followed by at least 12 people from the show. And also some other people like Shea Coulee from Drag Race, you know, who probably have met her through work and whatever. But now she only has 5 photos, none of which actually contain her. And also, the profile picture doesn't look like her anymore either. And I think she might have gotten hacked or something. Or like...
It also says based in Turkey.
Yeah, or like sold it or something. Because I used to see stories that were her. And also a lot of Black Lives Matter stuff that she was doing from this account. So something recently happened with this.
And she's still posting on the one On Set like 1 day ago.
And maybe she just like pivoted all of her stuff to this On Set with Jasleen one, which is totally fine. It just seems odd because she had so many followers on the other one, but maybe she's just like something happened and she doesn't want a personal account anymore. So it's just business. It's
weird.
That is very strange.
It's so odd because it happened while I was following her. It's happened during the course of our podcast. That all being said, who cares? Look at her. I mean, ageless.
Yeah.
Ageless. I also one time, this is completely like anecdotal, but I saw some like beauty store just use a picture of Jasleen as like one of their things. And a friend of mine was like, there's no way they got permission from her to use that photo. I was like, absolutely not.
No way.
And it was definitely her. It was like absolutely her. Like we found the photo later.
So season wrap up. I think it was a pretty good season overall. I'm kind of ready to be over it.
I kind of always feel that way at the end of the cycle. And part of it's now we talk these cycles to death. So like something about the finale episodes just aren't exciting. And I wonder if part of that is now that we know who the winners are. Part of the fun of the finale is the suspense of who is going to be the winner. You know, it's that moment where you're like, oh, who's going to be eliminated and whatever. And there's still a lot to love about past episodes that aren't the finale, but the finale is so much a lead up to just who they're giving it to. And especially this cycle where it just seemed like from minute 1 to the end, it was just a march towards Jasleen winning.
Like, get rid of Renee so that Jasleen can win.
Yeah.
There were a lot of girls that I ended up liking this cycle, but I don't know that I fully fell in love with anyone, which also makes it a little bit tougher.
Oh, that's interesting. I actually found a lot more of them, like Sarah and Whitney, people I kind of didn't remember that much of, but I really liked on a rewatch.
I liked them, but there was, there are people who I've been like passionately rooting for in other cycles that we've gone through. And for whatever reason, this cycle, there was no one I was like, I really want this person to win specifically.
Yeah. The closest I came to that was not that I wanted her to win, but like I really fell in love with Natasha and saw that the show was treating her shitty.
Yeah.
With like how dumb they tried to present her,
even though she absolutely
like,
was not.
Yeah. And younger Alexander was like, sure, bought into that because like you're not thinking critically, but like an adult was just like, what?
You can see the flags.
Correct. Yeah.
I think there were a lot of complexities for a lot of these contestants that the show did such a poor job dealing with that it made it slightly difficult to watch.
Yeah.
It's also a cycle where, unfortunately, probably going to be our roughest in terms of updates.
Yeah.
Because we had at least 2 that were, whenever there's like, where are the top models now? It's like, one of those, I always find these kind of gross, but like top 10 list of like current bad, situations or fell off the map or whatever. Like JL and Renee are always on there. And it's such a shame because like I like both of them on the show and throughout the show. And I'll say this as a general rule, they're a contestant on the show, especially since we're talking about them all the time. I want what's best for all of them afterwards, even if they weren't my favorite. So it's really hard to hear those kind of updates.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think this podcast is hard to listen to, you should rate, review, and subscribe. And tell us what you really think.
Don't. Absolutely not.
Lie to us.
Lie.
You guys have been so lovely so far.
We're up to 80 reviews on iTunes.
Yeah. Y'all, it's going well.
Well, one of the things that's an upside of having a slightly more complex cycle is that so many of you guys have reached out to us and started some really interesting discussions and made us think about things in a way that we hadn't before. And that
probably more really this cycle than any cycle.
For us. Yeah,
truly. And you can find me anywhere to tell me things at Yet Charming.
You can come and let me know what's up on Instagram at Hannah Jane Ginsburg. I don't know. I followed the sentence to where it went.
And we can pound it out on Twitter at JW Crump, but also don't. No, absolutely not.
Please do not.
But be sure to use the hashtag PodLeadem so that we can catch it in our little internet mouth.
Yum.
Yum, 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 yum. So for PodLeadem, I have been Alexander Price.
I'll be Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm JW Crump.
And we'll see you on top.
PodLeadem is not endorsed by America's Next Top Model, Tyra Banks, 10x10 Entertainment, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. America's Next Top Model and all names, pictures, and audio clips are registered trademarks and copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.